Hi guys, I hope you're all well. I really want to jump right into this one because, oh my fucking God, have you seen what's been going on with that crazy bastard, Thismadmama? If you don't know who she is, I've done videos on her before. I'll put a link in the comments of a video I've done about her, so you'll get to know what she's about. That girl's got more loose screws in her head than the B&Q hardware section. And talking of sections, I think someone needs to have a look at sectioning her. We'll start at some of the background to all that's been going on, and then we'll jump into what she's doing now. So long story cut very, very short. A couple of months ago, Veronica took an inverted commas accidental overdose on Tylenol, and she was really sick and she went into a coma. So CPS got involved and the kids got put into foster care. Then when Ronnie came out of the coma, she agreed to put one of the kids into foster care because he has this form of cancer that she can't afford to pay for his treatment, and he'll get this treatment if he's in foster care. So she did that, which in my opinion was 100% the right thing to do. She got the kid the care that he needed and she couldn't get it for him. So good for her doing that. And the way it was explained to her was like he would eventually be coming home to her. Anyway, Protective Services ended up taking all the kids who were all in foster care. And a couple of them tested positive for lead poisoning, which they then investigated the house and found out it was from lead in the house, in the paint. So obviously, they couldn't let the kids go back to her there. So as it stands now, the 4 youngest kids are still in foster care. And they can't come back till the lead thing is sorted. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But this is like a fucking soap opera, honestly. It gets fucking worse and worse as time goes on. So at first she was told she could just paint over the lead, which you think would be an easy thing for her to do, wouldn't you? Literally painting over the paint with some specific kind of paint. I mean, she's a fucking artist. She sells art for a living. She knows how to paint. But when she got a lead specialist in, he told her they'd have to replace some of the windows as well, and it would cost $10,000 to repaint the house and change the windows. Any normal person would be trying to paint over that and trying to make as much money as possible. Pay for the work that she can't actually do, like replacing windows. But no, not batshit crazy mama. She'd rather spend her time making stupid TikToks, responding to haters who were calling her lazy, telling her to get a job, or telling her to paint the house, giving lame excuses about why she can't paint, and sob stories about how sick she is. Honestly, if I hear I almost died 4 times, one more time, I'm going to be as crazy as her.
I've almost died 4 times because I was so fucking sick and dying.
I went into severe septic shock. I was in a coma in freaking June. I get kidney stones. I was intubated. Okay, intubated. Kidney swelled up like a balloon. I was so sick.
I don't know anyone else who's almost died 4 times with it.
I was very, very, very sick and almost died. You know, I got a blood clot in my leg again.
When I almost died, I was in a coma.
I got a pulmonary embolism. That's a blood clot in the lungs.
Blood clot in the leg.
Popping up blood. Okay, like, they said if I get another pulmonary embolism, I probably won't survive. I shouldn't have even survived that one. I shouldn't have survived that. You know, that's a blood clot in the lungs. People die from that. When you almost die, so I was very, very weak. COVID, I had RSV, I've had pneumonia. I went into liver failure and almost died.
I almost died from in June. I was in a coma.
Oh, like I'm having a hard time, and I get panic attacks. I was in severe septic shock.
Kidney failure and liver failure.
Now hear me out. I know I sound like a heartless bastard, and it looks like I'm just taking the piss out of her, and she's like in a really bad place, and she's been sick, and she's nearly died 4 times. But I've watched so many of her videos over the last couple of days, and it looks like instead of actually doing something about the problem, all she's done is make self-indulgent TikToks, trying to make people feel sorry for her. I do have a bit of sympathy for her, but sympathies lie with the children, to be honest. She doesn't seem to be trying that hard to be getting the kids back. I mean, she's sat here stuffing her face with a tortilla and necking Monster drinks. And all she's done so far to be trying to make money is she did this painting of a tree. I mean, it's a good painting, but she reckons she wants to get $10,000 for her paintings. And no one's paying that for that.
Anybody who really likes art, like, send me a message. Maybe I can make you a painting. But I'm talking about, like, I want to make it like a big painting, something I can sell for, like, the $10,000.
Yeah, good luck with that one, Ronnie Love. Now, remember when I said things got worse as time went on? Well, it has. More checks were done on the house. And now they've told her that she needs to get a complete new roof and get rid of this chimney thing because it's dangerous. That's going to cost an absolute fucking fortune. And if she doesn't get that done, the house is going to be condemned. And I'm sure she said, don't quote me on this, but I'm sure it was something like the 22nd of August is a deadline. So she's left it a bit fucking late. She's trying to get an extension on it. But if she doesn't, I don't know what the fuck she's going to do. This is so irresponsible of her. If she doesn't get an extension, that means she's probably going to be homeless. The kids will all end up in foster care. Her eldest kid is already settled. She's got her own home with a baby. But she's got 2 adult kids. They're not going to have foster care, are they? They're going to be homeless with her. She's not going to find somewhere to rent within a week. And she's no chance of getting somewhere to rent for 9 children and 3 adults. She can hardly afford groceries. How's she going to afford that? So the gist of it is, she's got to either raise a ridiculous amount of money in a week to get everything repaired, or hope that they take pity on her and give her an extension on the deadline to condemn her house. So what she's decided to do to raise more money is she's doing more videos. She's doing long-form content on YouTube, which is all well and good. But for the vlog she's doing now in August, she's not going to get paid for them until September. If brains were made of leather, she wouldn't have enough to make a jockstrap for a frog. She's got the brain power of a flip-flop. So she's doing these vlogs. Most of them she's doing on the 2 days a week where she's got the 4 younger kids as well. She obviously has to take them out. She's not allowed them in the house. So she's been going to places like the park. So she's taken this opportunity to show Child Protection Services what a great mother she is. Like this clip here of her running away from a toddler, just leaving him all sad at the back. It's a good job he's got this nice big brother to come and scoop him up. Made me sad watching that. I can't imagine being that tiny and young and have your mum, the person you love most in the world, running away and you don't know what's going on. That must feel awful. And he was chasing after her with his tiny little arms in the air. One thing I have noticed is like how close the siblings are. I'm not going to show it here, but Ronnie filmed one of the daughters who's staying with her crying in the back of the bus because she misses her siblings. And the same girl here, she won't let the kids go to the foster homes without giving her a hug and a kiss. Ronnie takes this chance to again show to CPS what a good mother she is.
All right, come give me a kiss. Oh, I kissed dirt.
So she kissed one of her little girls and said, I kissed dirt. The poor kid's face dropped. She's such a twat. Here's another example of Ronnie being a super mum.
Yes.
Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Oh, honey, you gotta.
What the fuck was she doing? I mean, first of all, why did he have to lie down? And secondly, she just full on body slammed him and smashed his head into the slide. Luckily, he was all right, but why can't you put the camera down and play with your kid? Then you wouldn't have to slap him into the slide with one hand. There's another example here where she's too busy filming to help a kid out and instead depends on the older brother to parent. That seems to be a running theme.
Oh, he's gonna slip. Can you adjust him? He's too far forward in the seat. He's trying to slip down in it. He's gonna hurt himself.
Now, I know it's not that deep. He didn't get hurt or anything like that. He was just slipping out of the swing a bit. But instead of putting the camera down to help out her kid, she asked one of his older brothers to sort it out for her. You'd think, knowing she's only got 2 days a week to spend with these little kids, she'd be doing everything she could in her power to spend as much time and attention on them as possible. But no, of course not. She'd rather be filming. Here she is shopping. She's getting some food for them to take back to the park because they're hungry.
That's $53 worth of groceries. That's $13 worth of grapes. Yeah, if I hadn't gotten into them, I would have put them back because there ain't no way that's $13 worth of grapes.
Oh my God, she's as thick as 2 short planks. The price was literally on them. She's got these cotton candy grapes and yeah, they're delicious, but they're fucking expensive. $13 for that 1 bag of grapes. We spent $53 on groceries, but couldn't spare an extra $1 to get some paper plates or even bring some from home. So the kids are eating off this dirty park table. On another day, she had dinner at the park again. Got a big tray of sushi, knowing the kids wouldn't eat it. So she was feasting on this massive tray of sushi. But don't worry, the kids had somewhere to eat too. They had a tin of SpaghettiOs each. Yeah, sat at the park, eating a tin of SpaghettiOs cold, out of the tin. First class parenting, that is. I've got to play this clip because it broke my little heart. But the 4 younger kids have just turned up. They're looking all smart, the hair's nicely done. And Veronica compliments one of the daughters.
Love your look today. It's very cute.
And then the daughter who's staying with Veronica immediately asks for a brush so she can brush her hair because she's not even brushed her hair that day. So she sees her sister getting complimented and then she immediately feels like, oh, I never get complimented. I might get my hair brushed and then I might get a compliment. Then she goes outside the bus and her older brother is there brushing her hair for her. Those two boys do all the parenting while Ronnie's just sat there with a camera. You know what? I'm not even sure she wants these kids back at this point. Most people in this situation, they'd be doing everything they can to get an extension on the time they've given her to sort the house out. She's not even been phoning roofing companies to see how much it's going to cost to get the roof done. She's not made a start on the painting. She's doing hardly anything to gather money. She can't get credit because she never paid her student loans back. And she owes a load of tax because she's not been paying that either.
So I'm not overly stressed because everything is going as it should.
She didn't even fill in the paperwork to get food stamps for this month. Luckily, they've given her anyway, but no thanks to her.
I don't know how.
She's 39 years old and she acts like she's 14. I know she's had a traumatic past, but for fuck's sake, Ronnie, give your head a wobble. You've got 12 kids, you've got to take responsibility, or you're going to lose them forever. Now, to give her credit, she has been working on some other business ideas, like becoming a professional makeup artist. Look at that. She'd make a fucking fortune. For legal purposes, this part was just a joke. What do you think you do in this situation? You're at the risk of losing your house or your kids, everything you've got. You might actually be homeless in a week. What would you do? This twat got a cat. She says it's not her cat, it belongs to one of her daughters, but her daughter lives with her. Honestly, you couldn't make this shit up. Now, I'm sorry this video is a little bit all over the place because I keep thinking of new things. But do you remember near the beginning when she was listing all these health problems that she had? Well, she gave it as reason why she can't work, she can't get a proper job, and she can't strip the paint herself.
Be like, oh, just strip the lead paint yourself. I physically can't. I can't. The best thing that I can do is do what I can do, make some money, and hire someone else to do it because I can't. I have no stamina, strength, none of that. I'm trying.
There she is saying she's too sick and she's got no strength or stamina to help herself and fix the house up or get her a job. But then she proudly puts this post up saying, proud of myself today because I ran the whole way around the park and made it the whole way across the monkey bars. I don't know about you, but I couldn't do that. I can't do the fucking monkey bars. But I can work a full-time job and paint my house. She does my fucking head in. Now, last thing for today, because I know this video is getting on a bit for me. Probably the longest video I've ever done. But this is one of the worst things, I think.
Who do you think Mom's favorite kids are?
Mara, Marvelous, Victoria, and Delilah.
So she asked the kids who were with her at the time, who do they think her favourite kids are? And they all answer with different answers. Only one of them says themselves.
All right, who do you think Mom's favorite kids are?
Me.
And then after they've all answered her, she says this bullshit line.
The answer is that I love you all very, very much. In different ways.
You didn't say equally.
Well, I love you all differently.
But that's not equal.
Well,
I'm not sure if you could hear that or not, but Ronnie says she loves them all in their own way. And one of the kids says, quite rightly so as well, that you didn't say it equally, and Ronnie doesn't even deny it. She just says, well, so flippantly. And to me that confirms that she doesn't love them all equally, that she does have favourites. Those poor kids, the damage she's doing to those kids' self-esteem is irreparable. And she doesn't give a fuck. I'm going to leave this video here because it's gone on long enough. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please look after yourselves and I hope to see you soon.